camera phone. Turn your lights off. We been on. Came from my block and growed up. Guess I'm homegrown, well known. That is my cologne. I put my wrist inside the freezer, came out froze. Ice. I put my heart inside, cause I was chose. I put my heart inside and only God knows. Yeah, the clinics for that baby wipe this nose. I wipe this nose. What's the link with till they explode? Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Smash, shots and goals, tax. Rock the shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go, for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Rain put the stars out, not a boarded house. Get deported out, moved out for a shot. Mob in the Martian, I'ma put your brain up for auction. Proceed with caution. Skeleton AP is frosted. I sit back and read the offense. Was it did it the bosses? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Private jet, the same diamond milk, I'ma get the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling blow, Mama got style, Chanel reptile player. On Mars, gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars, nobody seeing the gang on guard. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Smash, shots and goals, tax. Rock the shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go, for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsche. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the tongue on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a fullest. They load me in the bay like he's 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it for it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I get gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I get gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
I spend the whole M on some clothes. Got up on the car, sold out the show. Then I like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Then I got tired with you. All of these my body, I got paid somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the. Water on me like the sunny, I shine when it's sunny. This platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mo.
Every time I get gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I get gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a
spent the whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a buying, at least in no beamer. I'm buying no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin. Now the cutie, now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' let? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. Love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. Weave life thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, that on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for like $1 million, I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out, all the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Hurry up. Hurry up. Go ahead. 58 Mike. 21.
Here's McKinnon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, a former Golden Bear from nearby Cal, Deshaun Jackson. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Over.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
Wow, okay, game.
10. Touchdown.
Oh, wow. Of course. What's up, babe?
Ronald Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
65.
Now McKinnon.
Come on, game.
Scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking like a square.
12.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third.
Get the fuck out of here. Hold on, pause. I'm going to get comfortable. Hold on. I got my church closed for this damn bullshit game.
First down. Instead, it's 4th.
All right. Let's go.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
No. Check, Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
It's going to be a toss.
Again, this to Jones. And he'll be brought down.
I'm just going to hold on to him, huh?
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it, because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge, and those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out.
Get set!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a give to Jones running left. And some room to roll now. And they're well past midfield just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Back to throw here. A dump underneath to Jones. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. This quarterback now After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, they'll throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to the booth right after this. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Looking to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll drop the throw. He completes it to Peak. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Jackson now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught by Howard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for West. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
11.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. Garcon with his first grab, good enough for a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
12.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Gold is able to put it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing. The situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
White. 11. 6.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Gerald McCoy able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He finds some open field here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he's certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Buccaneer sack. Levante David. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Garoppolo now, perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Play action. Garoppolo forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
They go play action here on 1st down. Airing it deep for Garcon. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Over the middle to Garcon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Levante David in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. 11. Garoppolo now. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Flushed out right. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Let's go now. Hey. Here we go, even. Follow.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down.